What is going on, everybody, and welcome back here. Well, welcome to the final video of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So this is the quickfire review. I always do a review for some games, it really depends. But I always do one for Call of Duty. So yeah, this is just me summarising everything really quickly into a hopefully short video. So anyway, we'll start off, of course, with the campaign, and then we'll go to multiplayer and then zombies. So we'll start off with the campaign. I really enjoyed the campaign. I thought it was good. I thought it was long as well, actually. I think with the last year's one was very short. Modern Warfare 2, it was around the same length as Modern Warfare 2, to be honest with you. They were around a similar length. They were 16 parts each, but obviously two different developers. And the fact is that, you know, Cold War wasn't very long. I only managed to get 12 videos out of it, just about. So that was I like the idea of the HQ point. They did that in Cold War as well, which I quite liked. The characters were good. Obviously, it was always good to see Woods again. Obviously, it was after the events of what happened in Black Ops 2. Of course, from what happened in the old missions where you play as Mason or Woods. So we obviously had Woods. We had, of course, Marshall, who was a new character. Harrow as well, who obviously there will be some spoilers in this, by the way. Obviously she ended up being the main villain in the end. Bit of a weird, they kind of had a bit of everything, to be honest with you, in this campaign. They had, of course, you know, your normal missions and all of that. Then they had open areas as well. And then, of course, they also had a zombie section as well. There was an actual mission where you were hallucinating. Your character Case was hallucinating zombies, and there was actual zombie boss fights as well. It was a bit of a bit of a weird campaign, but I enjoyed it though. I said that was probably arguably my favourite mission of the entire story. Of course, there was also the last mission was a mixture of what was going on in Harrow's head, but also them defending the house. From the Pantheon, which were the enemy faction that we were fighting against. Yeah, as I said, there were, you know, characters as well. Like we had Park and Sims make appearances. They were, of course, in Cold War, yeah, I thought, as I said, overall, I thought there were some really good missions in this one. And I thought the characters were good. I thought it was well written, and yeah, don't really know what else to say, really. But I did think, overall though, I thought it was definitely one of the better campaigns to come out in the more recent years. Of course, Modern Warfare 3's story wasn't that great, neither was Vanguard, but, you know, Modern Warfare 2, they were both pretty good, the more recent ones, of course. And I thought this one definitely is up there with them as well, you know, in the more recent Call of Duties. And yeah, as I said, I think Call of Duty was much better this year than last year. Is there really anything else I really want? I did like I did like that there was more choice as well you could do in some of these missions as well. That was cool. That was different. You know, you could have you know, there were opportunities to take from other ones and all of that. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums up the campaign. As I said, I've got to kind of do this video quickly, so apologies if I'm kind of just rushing through it and I didn't really give myself to any form of script or anything like that. We'll move on to the multiplayer now. So the multiplayer. The multiplayer is fun. It is also crazy as ever. Call of Duty multiplayer has always been quite just mental, basically. Everything going all over the shop and all of that. But I played a few games. I haven't played a crazy amount of the multiplayer, if I'm being totally honest. But the gunplay is really good. I really like you could dodge. You can like dolphin dive backwards, forwards, sidewards. You know, I really like that. I mean, some players are incredibly sweaty. I mean, if you saw in my video in the multiplayer episode, I'm using it as background gameplay as well. It was all over the place, bang 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 like that, just crazy. But I do like that though, and you know, it'll take you a couple of games to, you know, get on somewhat the same level as your opponents are, but it's good fun, and I really like that. Of course, the weapons are decent. There are, of course, in every Call of Duty game there are always some crappy weapons. They usually Treyarch though usually have good weapons. Like I always go back to Black Ops 3 as the as the one that I think has the best weapons across the entire game. Just because I could name pretty much all of the. I'm talking about the base weapons that came out with the game. I could name the majority of them just because they're so memorable and just because I really, really enjoy them and all of that. So, and I do need to maybe put a little bit more a couple more hours into the multiplayer just to unlock some more of those weapons, because I used them in the campaign and zombies, but I'd like to use them a little bit more in the multiplayer, see how good they are in multiplayer. But yeah, that's and they did bring back the old prestige ranking. Obviously, in the last couple of games, you would prestige after every 50 levels, I think it is, but you'd keep all your weapons and all your attachments and all of that, but you just keep going up as well. Well, they brought back their old prestige version, Treyarch, where you'll go up to level 55, I believe it is, and then prestige, and then you'll go back to the beginning and you have to unlock everything again. But you're going up the rankings and all of that. Of course, in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, you could bring your stuff over from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3 because they're essentially the same game. But yeah, no, as I said, I really enjoyed it. I've had fun with the multiplayer, and I'll definitely give it some more. So yeah, that pretty much sums up multiplayer. Now we're going to move on to zombies here, which I thought was I really enjoyed both maps. I thought Liberty Falls is a really good idea. I quite like it. You're in a town and stuff like that. I think there was a little bit more to it than that. I just didn't get to see it. As for Terminus, I think Terminus is I think the cooler map out of the two of them. I do like that one. It's like it gives me a lot of Mob of the Dead vibes, that you're on like an island that's a prison on an island. It's not Alcatraz, no, but I do like it as well how they've moved Weaver over from the main story. Instead of being in the main story, he's now in the main story of the zombies. Also, as well, I have seen the final cutscene to both Liberty Falls and Terminus, and obviously it was at the end of the Terminus, is that essentially the Chaos storyline from Black Ops 4 is now canon in the Dark Ether storyline, which is a continuation from the Ether storyline that ended in Black Ops 3. The Dark Ether continues that story, but moving on to the next part of the story, basically, and the Chaos storyline has been made canon as part of that as well, because the artifact that was in the Chaos story mode, the thing that starts off the zombie hordes, was there. So was in the final scene, so that should be interesting to see where that goes, because I do like to keep up with the zombie storyline, because it is a very good storyline, as complicated as it can get. But yeah, as I said, I really enjoyed the zombies. I think the maps were good. Interested to see what other maps I might actually, and because I think the maps will come up for free, and I'm assuming there's gonna be 4 other maps in 4 separate seasons, but we'll see. I might even cover the additional maps that come out for this and just do a one-off video on them throughout 2025. We'll see, of course. We'll see. But if not, because I do want to cover them on my channel, and I'll add them to the Black Ops 6 playlist. But yeah, really, really enjoyed the zombies. I'm glad we've gone back to the leveling system, because Modern Warfare 3 zombies was crap. It was terrible. Absolutely hated it. I only played it once, and that was the video I did for it. I never played it again after that, because it was just boring, not interesting. Open world is just nah. It's not really for Call of Duty. They did do it in one of the missions of the campaign, actually, which was fine, because it was just one mission where it was open. It was the Iraq mission. I didn't have a problem with just one mission. It felt like it did feel a little bit different, which was probably what it needed anyway. But yeah, in terms of that though, I really enjoyed the zombies. I think zombies is in a decent place right now. I think Treyarch, they created the zombies, of course. So yeah, don't really think there's anything else to say. I'll give the rating of the game. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's been really I think Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is very good. I think so. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Alright, bye.